han habido Phoenix Pro Wrestling. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today is Wednesday, December 19th, and judging by my ROH American Wolves t-shirt, I think we're ready for some wrestling. Now, if you want to go ahead and watch this clip, let's go ahead and show you the highlighted match of the week. Check it out.
What's that? Akiva's gone! We are now down to Nomad and young Dax Hastings. Big right hands by Dax! There goes Dax again on the apron. This kid must be paying rent to be out there that often. Going to the top rope. Yeah, this is really not a smart move. Nomad doesn't see him. Dax holding on. He's got to get Nomad over the top rope. And there we go. Dax Hastings.
Second win in Phoenix Pro is another battle royal.
You gotta think this guy is a battle royal machine. This guy knows what he's doing. What is James Ford doing out here?
This is our number one contender. Dax Hastings, you're a pathetic little loser. Like your Pittsburgh Steelers. Excuse me, I have a cold. There's no way in hell that Jimmy should not be number one contender. No way. If it wasn't for Comic Cage cheating, he would be the number one contender. So if you honestly believe that you're the number one contender, then you take on Jimmy right here, right now, in front of all these morons.
Before I accept from a man like that,
You're a man.
I'll have them choose. He said yes! And then the number one contender!
Who if you beat? Look at me! Who if you beat? Huh? Nobody! Shut up! How many matches do you want, Dax? Tell me!
0. Exactly! Single match wins, I have won none. Exactly! You should really? Really? I don't have one! Here, Jimmy, before you get too carried away, I got two solutions. Okay, you can turn around and we can fight this another day. But I know people like you.
Oh, we want to back down? We want to back down now?
Your can analyze it, you're a bully. Just like half the people in the back. And guess what? I've got no problem fighting every single person, every single bully in the back. Here's the second choice. I'll take you on right now.
Grandmaster already said so. Grandmaster already said so. So guess what? It's on.
I don't need people answering for me. But here it is. I accept this match. You're waiting to your number one contendership. You lose with that first check on my first singles match win.
Very interesting. We now have an impromptu match. Dax Hastings versus James Ford for the #1 contendership. Not Waste Bush League. Here we go. Dax with a roll up. That's it. That's it. The roof just blew off this place.
Now, as you just seen there, let's take a quick recap over this video. Dax Hastings was one of the first people to enter in that Battle Royal. I mean, he's been in there for about 20 minutes altogether. And then, upon winning, throwing Nomad over the top rope to the outside, giving him the #1 contendership to the Legacy title, James Ford noticed had to come out and kind of put a damper on that. Though Dax Hastings accepting the challenge of James Ford for his #1 contendership of the Legacy title, got his first win. I mean, that's not just his first win in professional wrestling. That's his first win in his career in Phoenix Pro. I mean, that's a huge deal. Beating someone like James Ford put so much wind under his sail going into this match with Heber Hammer this Friday. This is one that you're definitely going to want to keep your eyes open for. Cut my finger in between the last segment. Anyway, that's not a big deal. What is a big deal is we have two newcomers to Phoenix Pro going head-to-head for one of the opening bouts here on this Friday for your viewing pleasure. Now, on one hand, anyone who is familiar with the West Virginia style of wrestling, or even Virginia for that matter, is Kenny Craig. He calls himself Mr. Fitness. Now, judging by this guy, let me go ahead and put a picture right up around somewhere in here. You can see why they call him Mr. Fitness. This guy here is, I believe, he calls himself the nephew of Jenny Craig. Anyway, however, he's looking to get his contract into coming into Phoenix Pro and wrestling for you guys on a monthly basis. Weekly. Daily. Whatever. Anyway, we also have, if you're familiar with some Northern wrestling, we have Mark Maverick coming in. Now this young guy, he very new to the business, but at the same time, full head of steam coming in. Lots of charisma, lots of backing of the fans. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at one of his matches here. Check him out.
Mark Maverick!
So there you have it, Mr. Fitness, Kenny Craig, Dynamite Kenny Craig might I add, versus Mark Maverick. This is going to be something that for you fans that are new to Phoenix Pro, maybe new to either of these gentlemen, definitely going to get your money's worth here. Let's move on to the next match though. We have former #1 contender for the Legacy title, Marcus the Nomad Cage, coming off of his recent hand surgery. Now, if you haven't seen the video, let's just say Nomad wasn't too keen on funds, so he had to take a trip to a back alley doctor, which let's just hope his hand is able to compete this Friday against young DC Octane. DC Octane making huge waves throughout Phoenix Pro Wrestling, looking to get another win, pushing him closer to the Legacy title. Also in action this Friday, December 21st, will be the Grand Gemini Tag Team Champions. Me personally, I'm not a fan, but any of you guys out there who are fans of the gays, then you'll be able to see them defend their titles this Friday against, actually, their unnamed opponents. Now, speaking of tag teams, yours truly, and Zach Rain, also known as Project 13, are going to be taking on close personal friends of ours, the Wildcards, once again, for the number one contenders towards the Starlight Gaze' titles. I'm not too sure if maybe if we get the win, they get the win, maybe we get to go right towards the titles, but that's to be announced. That's kind of what I'm hoping, because if you've seen the last video, you know that we won those. Anyhow, let's not get off track. I should still be tag champs, by the way. Let's move on to the next match. We have C4, the grand champion, defeating Coma Clayton in the cage match at the last event, putting his title up for grabs again this event. Once again, another champion going against an unknown opponent. Could be anybody on the roster. Could be Coma Clayton again. Could be me. For all I know, it could be you. But the only way you're going to know is if you get your tickets. Don't forget to go to www.phoenixprowrestling.com or just go to Phoenix Pro, the group on Facebook, and order tickets there. So, if you're wondering what brings December 21st, End of Days Prophecy, I mean, we don't have enough time to show you all the video clips, but if you type it on in there, www.youtube.com and / whatever, or just go to the search bar and look up Phoenix Pro Wrestling or Luke Gallows. Originally we had Luke Gallows come in. He was here to defend Manchild because Manchild is being bullied by C4 and his group of cronies. We had Luke Gallows come in to save the day, fight against the bullies, and got trapped in a room where he was taken over by a mask, which, as ridiculous as this may sound, it's Phoenix Pro. So, we got a Sam Squatch wrestling around here, okay? I mean, anyway, long story short, with the mask he joined up forces with AC Norway and became Latham. However, Latham, Luke Gallows just sent in a message to Phoenix Pro the other day that the mask has been relinquished. So, he's no longer controlled by this mask. Does that mean that the End of Days is over? The Mayans were wrong? I personally don't know. What I do know, however, is we still have Brother Isaiah running around stating that Latham will be there in full effect to destroy anyone in his path, bringing so on forth the End of Days. Now, me personally, does that mean, I'm kind of curious, does that mean that Latham is no longer going to be Luke Gallows? Does that mean that Latham is going to be Brother Isaiah? Does that mean that any of this makes sense? No. But what this does say is that come December 21st at the YPCC Center, apparently Latham, whoever will be Latham, will be there to destroy what is left of Phoenix Pro Wrestling. Now, that match is scheduled to go against another unnamed opponent who will be chosen to fight for Phoenix Pro. It has finally been announced. If you're watching this, you are the first to know that it is going to be the Manchild, fighting for not just Phoenix Pro, but the End of Days. So, good luck, big fella. We're all counting on you. Anyway, in closing, let's leave you with a cute picture of a kitty.
You better watch out. You better not.
Oh, I can't believe he's going to leave us with the kitty picture. Fine, I won't leave you with the kitty picture. I will leave you with a closing matchup. Let's go to a highlight recap of, I don't know, what do we got in store? Your Legacy Champion, Hebrew Hammer Joseph Swartz versus Izzy High. See you next week on Phoenix Pro Podcast.
Yes, yeah. These men gotta know